Sure.
Alright. So, Jackalor, now that you know how you're gonna get screwed, any plans, thoughts, internal screaming?
Can I hide the evidence?
Can you?
You would need to probably dominate the librarian because she probably has noticed by now. Other than that, you would need to burn quite a few books of the good ones that you have left, so your library rating might go down to a 2. But yes, you can try and stage a cover-up, maybe.
Fucking stage a cover-up.
You could just let me keep the books.
Okay, so you walk into the library, the librarian is there, happily reading something, making notes. Like a perfectly ordinary notebook, probably. Looks up. Regent, anything I can help you find?
I like this person. I don't want to break my relationship. Fuck it. I won't stage a cover-up. I like this person. Nah, just wandering around.
Okay, then. Well, this is the library. It's kind of a dead end, so...
Yeah.
Sure. Goes back to reading and keeps glancing up at you until you leave.
It's a dead end, like Jackalor's career.
More internal screaming.
Pretty much.
Just going, ah! Fuck!
Everything is fine.
You know, you could just smash the mirror and kill everyone in the chantry. They might not get in.
I'm just gonna put it out there, but I don't think I can beat any of them. Really don't. Really don't.
Wow.
I am not a combat character.
You could stage a false flag operation where somebody infiltrates the chantry and
Like
does some
that's
bullshit.
gonna nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not with how he's been securing that place. That would actually, if he managed to let that happen, he might get broken down to a, like, magister instead of a regent. Because with a node like this, that's not supposed to be a fucking thing, for fuck's sake.
Crazier things have happened.
No. No, they have not.
I don't think you understand just how much he's secured that fucking chantry.
It's
Total
like...
pride and
we
joy.
told it out for the backgrounds he used on that before. He has over 40 background points in that fucking chantry.
That,
I mean,
was it that
is a
many?
meme, so.
We counted.
Oh. Then
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, what the fuck?
Yeah, essentially, anyone to get through needs to beat the ward strength. The ward strength is 5, and it counts as having been cast with Thaumaturgy 6, so that's 6 successes, I believe, on willpower at difficulty 9 to walk through the wards.
In theory,
Could
it's
you, like,
possible.
Could you like nuke the chantry?
You
That's hard to do.
You could, but unless you get the Heartstone at the center that actually anchors into the node, it just rebuilds itself.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
It's a nice chantry.
He really devoted himself to making himself a place and not a person.
It's one of the strongest centers of magic left in this world of darkness. There's not much further up to go on the strength of that node.
Yep.
And,
I think I spent a total of 24 backgrounds on it.
And here's the fun part. The vast majority of that has been sunk into actually, well, more than half of it has been sunk into the ward strength, so, and defense strength in general. Hence why it's such a bitch to fuck with.
You're not getting in. Not without my consent.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, you try. You go ahead and try.
Okay,
Alright, never mind.
so Chackalor is internally screaming, Epic, give me a perception awareness roll at an 8. This is the network thing we keep forgetting.
Ah, alright. My awareness 2. Not a
Okay.
success.
Okay, then you can tell that these last couple of days, and this last night in particular, the network's been feeling slightly different, as if something shifted locally. But you can't really tell more than that unless you have a specialty on perception that helps.
It's insightful. It depends what it is.
Insightful, that's more about emotions. It vaguely feels like a sense of curiosity. That's all the extra stuff you would be able to get due to insightful.
Okay.
Taken. In the glorious early morning, one of your ghouls tells you that apparently there's a couple more vampires that want to meet you.
Anything about them? Identification, names?
They said they're Camarilla. I call the city they claim to come from. I called the number they gave me. They said they were from further up north. It seems to check out.
Let them in. But be careful and ready.
Sure. Alright then. Just walking in as a group. How are they on etiquette? Worthless. Okay, and you should have a relatively high one, and you do for this group. Okay, the man in the center takes a step forward and bows. Your Highness.
You mean?
My name is Ephron. The man with the likable face is Jeremy, and this one is Morgan. We would like to request, if you could see yourself to allowing it, to stay in the city for a week or two at least, if not longer.
What brings the three of you to my city?
I assume you have Mythoseri active?
Yes.
Okay. We're curious about the recent events here. We're just here to observe, mostly. Maybe make a place for ourselves if this seems like a good place to settle down.
Curious, you say. If I may ask, which clan the three of you belong to?
You know, the one that everyone talks to? The fun one?
Oh, yes, the fun one.
The man that he called Jeremy, by the way, he is the most attractive male figure you have seen to date, by the way.
Okay, I suppose that he's on the guy on the left.
Yep.
Should I allow them here? I have the feeling that if I don't allow them, they will stay anyway. Just create more problem for me. If the three of you
I
say
have
that
to actually give you a ping on common sense here, Bacon, because they're acting off.
yeah, I can feel that.
That being said, what they have said up to this point, the man who spoke at least, seems to believe it's true.
Mm. So, if you and your other friends promise to stay observers and don't bring any trouble during these weeks, I'm I'm thinking on allowing you the presence on the city. He looks to the other two that aren't speaking.
You just nod.
It's usually respectful to talk with the prince.
They both kind of start speaking at the same time, then look at each other with mild amounts of hostility. Efren steps back. And Morgan steps forward. Tries to imitate Efren's bow a little less successfully. Sir? I'm Morgan. And, well, like Efren said, I kind of thought it might be an interesting place to be at the moment.
Do you promise to not bring any trouble to the city?
Yes, I promise. He's lying through his teeth.
Okay. Sadly, I don't. If this is out of character, I don't have the knowledge of what's going on in the city. Because if I had, I would just kill the three of them now.
Well, roll intelligence politics at 5 to see how much you know about the current state of the civil rights movement, because that is the reason we're having this arc, because it's finally gotten to the point that the vampires have noticed. And you're in particular tied to the movement.
5.
Want to spend willpower on this?
I do.
Okay.
5 successes.
You've seen this before. It's probably not gonna get this bad, but you've seen revolutions happen in situations like this. It's reaching a boiling point. Something's gonna have to be done with the mortals.
Oh, it's friends all over again. Anti-Malkavian voters are here to spread the chaos. Just yeah.
Does
The next one.
Morgan see death in your eyes?
In my eyes, I think after living this long, he manages to hide the that on his eyes.
Okay. Jeremy steps forward. Your friendship. Uh, I don't really give a fuck. Whatever place will take me in without bothering me is fine by me. I mean, obviously, I want a comfortable on life, but just shrugs.
Okay, this one is honest.
Yeah, that's mostly honest. Pretty much how he feels. Morgan, though, he's fucking lying.
Would be rude if I don't allow Morgan into the city.
It's up to you.
I
But,
do need Bacon. I will want you to give me a manipulation subterfuge roll. See how well you're hiding your reactions. Since you're old and you have been in positions of power before, I'll be generous and let you roll at a 5.
I suppose that is contested.
Yes,
Can I use willpower?
you can.
Again, let's just burn willpower. I think that I should probably won't need it anymore soon.
Okay, holy crap, you actually managed to hide it from him. Alright, Bacon, it's your princedom, it's your domain. You can tell them that it's nearly morning at this point. You can tell them that they have to leave tomorrow night if you wish. You can't deny them entry. You just,
Or
you
even
know.
one of them entry. Depends what you want to do.
Yeah. I'm thinking, from what I got, the guy on the middle seems like he will just be an observer. The one on the left is just don't care too much. I don't think he'll bring trouble. But Morgan, yeah, he smells like steel to me. Out of
Wow,
character, am I right?
I can't let you know that yet.
Okay, I will take that as probably.
So what do you wish to tell them?
Yes, I would say. What was their name again? It was Morgan and
Morgan, Ephron, and Jeremy.
um, Ephron and Jeremy. Will allow you to enter the city, but Morgan, I would ask you to stay 10 a day here and leave next night.
There's just a shocked expression on his face. Just slowly shakes his head like, I expected better from you. Everyone always wants to press working class. God damn you.
Bacon, you are prince. You could declare blood hunt.
They still haven't.
You technically have to wait until, the next stroke of midnight or something, if I remember right. But you can do it.
He said that stuff out loud.
Yes,
Just making sure.
he did. It's not out of character for young ones to do something, impolite like that. But it's not usually a blood hunting offense, but it is rude. According to your standards.
Yep. I was particularly going on his stance as an old knight and shit. So God's damn you is probably pretty fucking hard on him in some ways. Even if
I-
true. But it's up to Bacon.
Yeah, I don't think that blood hunting on occasion now would be a good idea.
Not in the current political climate.
Yeah, I feel that would just make Vivian do the coup next night instead of 2 days after.
Shit, Bacon knows me too well.
Well, shit.
Uh, I will ignore your offense, but I will continue with my statement. The three of you may leave.
Morgan just throws you a really hurt look as he walks out. He's the last to go out.
Kind of funny though. Bacon really does oppress the working classes.
Oh,
He wants to elevate the cultured classes.
Okay.
That
Not-
bourgeoisie cunt.
I do not oppress them. I just put them in their rightful place that is below me.
Matt
So,
checks
yes.
out. Okay. Demi is the one that screwed on this the most. Did you actually roll randomly for how much blood you start with, Sad? Last session, I mean.
I don't think so.
Then give me a 1d10 plus 5 to see how much you have currently in the tank.
All right.
Okay, yeah, you would be
Damn,
full.
Max.
Nice.
Demi, you're the only one who would be limited to like one hunt, and it would be on the way outside your domain.
Yeah, I'd like to hunt because I'm kind of low and I'm also, injured and whatnot. So yeah.
How are you hunting?
Oh, that's the question. Hunting while
He heals himself by 3 points. He then goes forth and tears somebody's neck apart.
No.
It's about time. Anarchy.
Would I be able to do something what Kirk did, like sort of cover myself enough so that the wounds aren't visible and then go hunting?
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah, and then then I'll try to do my, standard way of hunting. If I can make it not visible.
Okay, that would be charisma expression, but the difficulty here would be 7 if you don't use your dot of fame, 6 if you do, because you are doing it on the streets as you're traveling towards your domain and
Yeah,
outside your domain.
I'm not using my fame.
Okay, then at
So,
7.
Yeah, 8 at 7 because wound penalties. Okay.
That would be 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying if anything, yeah, motives, forceful. Yeah, no, nothing would really help increasing that. So yeah, 2, 4 out of each. Well, no, 2 out of each.
I'll let forceful apply because I'm counting dread gaze as part of that. So you could be forcing people into alleyways and the like. So it would be 3.
Okay, so 2 out of each. So that's 6 blood points.
You hungry?
No, I was hungry, but now I'm not.
Kurt brought him up above hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be spending 4 blood points instantly to heal myself up to just to heal up. There's one ag that I gotta get rid of later, but that's for later.
Okay. And you can finish studying the werewolf thing at the start of next night. Do any of you others want to hunt during this night?
I want to try and communicate with Sad's character.
Okay. Towards the morning?
Yeah, it's getting towards the morning, slash, right before we start going or anything.
Okay, then he's probably in his apartment.
I try to send some thoughts.
Okay, you're gonna need to roll for that.
That was actually the real question.
Actually, no, you wouldn't. Because he is drained as fuck.
Okay. Then, yay! The scene I wanted from so long ago. It gets to happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello there.
Voice in your brain said.
Hello?
This is Vivian. I just wish to apologize to you for what had occurred earlier tonight.
Are you actually, Sad, are you speaking out loud or are you speaking mentally? This matters.
I would say mentally.
Then you can't hear him saying anything epic.
Yep, okay. I then send a thought towards him. If you wish to respond to me, the easiest way is to simply talk. I'm not reading your mind or anything.
Just violating it.
I speak. Yes, exactly. I speak out. Okay. Apology accepted.
Yes, I'm sorry, but that little prank you pulled on my favorite Primogen she didn't really appreciate it. And, well, it looked like the prince was up to something very fishy. So, yes, I'm sorry. It wasn't anything particularly against you or anything like that. If you need some help, don't worry. You can definitely come over and I'll do what the best I can.
Right.
Besides that, I am a little
Duly
curious.
noted.
If you don't mind saying it, what clan are you a part of?
Give me a
Your worst nightmare.
intelligence or cultural, Abraham.
Yeah.
This is a common discipline, but it's elder level stuff, so we'll call it a 7.
Okay. Boom.
Okay, you've heard of clairvoyance. Luckily the Zimitzi that had you wasn't quite old enough or powerful enough to have this, because if she did, you wouldn't have gotten far. This could be... This isn't even necessarily Vivian. This has range of hundreds of miles. Easily, so... If I'm not mistaken.
It has a range of anywhere.
Okay, yeah, then... This could be an elder anywhere in the world, and there's no guarantee that necessarily is Vivian, though it seems like it's a similar voice. Problem is, it's the kind of thing that can be faked. She could even project thoughts into your minds and fool you into thinking they were your own thoughts.
I am a pretty terrifying elder, yes.
Well,
to put it simply, it's not a good idea to tell her you're a somber because it might get you killed.
Right, yeah. I say that I am we'll go with
Ventru.
Yeah, I was about to say Ventru. Like it might not seem like it, but I'm a terrible Ventru, as it turns out.
Sad. Here's something you can do. And at the same time, test Gretchen. Just tell her that Gretchen can confirm this.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say yeah. Gretchen can confirm. So if
Don't worry, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
yeah, I'm a
Not
veteran.
sure. Yes, absolutely a Ventru.
Count Dracul was very respected, I might add.
I have a very quick question, actually. Is there any reflective surfaces in this room he's in?
Not that you can see, at least not uncovered.
Not uncovered, huh? Okay. Maybe a small suspicion then, but other than that, definitely not verified.
Now, if you would be kind, could you like get out of my mind? That would be great.
I'm not in your mind.
You would know if
Just
I
in
was in your
costume.
mind.
You know what I mean.
Man, that makes me really want to troll him. But no, I've trolled him enough for the night.
Do it.
Nope, he's had enough. Alright, don't worry about it.
Thank
If
you.
you wish to talk to me at some point, it's no big deal. I'm usually at the Elysium.
Just ask any Malkavian, they'll know how to reach me.
You know what?
Totally.
That's exactly what I'll say. Just ask any Malkavian, they'll know how to reach me.
Duly noted and discarded.
Rude.
You have an interesting temperament, don't you?
I'm just gonna add a dick for frenzy for Vivian here. I don't think she gets told to fuck off this rudely often. Not of late anyway.
Look, concerning the circumstances I was in, I think I am well within my right to be pissed off. Just saying.
Yeah, I can't really blame you. Well, if you need any help, don't be afraid to come ask. It's no big deal. And it really wasn't about you. I do apologize.
I just used you and fucked you as a pawn.
Yes.
Well, it's not
That's
a
what
lie.
they all say. In any case,
Well,
good evening.
you have a good night.
Yes. You too, Miss Gray. Hangs up. Wait, actually, no, that's not a telephone.
He has no idea if I'm gone or not.
Exactly. Which is, yeah. I think I probably like stay up like about like 5-10 more minutes just like to make sure like is she gone?
So you see him stand there for 5-10 minutes before he finally unclenches.
Basically.
It's really hilarious. Well,
I'll
I'm
probably
going
look out the
to
window just in case.
just check with Bobby and see if he's all right with meeting up with Kurt and Halvdan to check in with the Regent tomorrow night.
Well, his response would probably be along the lines of, why do they need something?
They
Why?
want to make sure he doesn't try and read their minds.
Oh!
Have fun.
Sure. That could be fun.
Do you want anyone else to go with you?
What are they actually offering me?
I think they left it to me to see what you wanted. But I was actually checking if you wanted to, any backup or anything. I'm not sure exactly how the encounter is going to end up going. So,
Any idea what's this about?
possible allegations / accusations of previous assassination attempts and manipulations of people in power.
Yeah, I want Byron with us.
Okay.
Why do you do this?
Byron is hands down the deadliest of the Malks, and this is a Malk matter. Who would he trust? Jackalors, meanwhile, clenching her hand, clenching rapidly over there.
All right. I'll check with Kurt real quick, make sure he's all right with this. You know, so Bobby wants Byron to come along with him for safety reasons.
You see just this tiniest flicker of a smile Kurt is trying to suppress. I'm sure I could see my way if allowing that.
I ask if he wants any other types of reinforcements for this encounter.
I have my doubts about getting through the chantry doors with 4 vampires as is.
Okay. All right. I think I've set up what I needed to set up for this next night.
I assume you ask Byron to go over there nicely. And
Yes, of course I
yeah.
do. I presume that Byron is generally in the mood for possible reckonings of certain people.
He doesn't mind much. Byron will go along, why not? So, moving over to the next night, Jackalor. When night, shortly after the night falls, you get a ping from the wards. Pretty soon after that, a ghoul rushes in, panicked look on his face, and he tells you there's like a dozen vampires outside.
I go outside.
You poke your nose through the window. There's several cars up close. There's like Havdan. Assume you're there, Demi.
Yeah. By the way, is this instantly the night begins, or?
You would have the time to hunt once, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I'm still kind of low. I'm just gonna do it real quick.
By the way, I don't know how much blood I have in me, so.
Roll randomly. And
Was
you
he
can...
10 plus 10?
As well.
Yeah, everyone who hasn't should roll for how much blood they have. And everyone can...
1d10 plus 10.
Plus 5. We're gonna say plus 5. Okay.
By the way, since now in my domain, it was difficulty 3 for me, right?
It's a base of 8, but your domain is mostly, what was it, 2 size and 3 security?
No, it was 4 size, 1 security.
You have it written down as 2 and 3 in your notes here.
Oh, that no. That's the main security. That was from the downtime things.
Ah, then that should be gone by now. In which case, yes, it would go down to 3.
Okie dokie.
As for the rest of you, you would have had time for 2 hunting rolls on the previous night. So, if you...
Okay.
We're just gonna say that you're... Yeah, you're both close enough that you can just set yourself to 19. Just fuck it. Well, all 3 of you, in fact. So, that is 5.
Okay, 2 from each. That's 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So me too? I need to roll, I suppose?
No, you don't. You have enough buffs that you can... You would be able to fill up to full. I'm not gonna make you... It's easy enough.
There we go. I'm up to full.
Well, 19, because you're waking up on a new night, but yes.
Good point.
Okay, Jackalor, you poke your nose out there. It looks like most of the sheriff's hounds are there, and several mortals from what you can see as well. And up ahead are Bobby, Byron, Havdan, and the sheriff. Actually
And
trying
I
to
think
look
the
for...
sheriff just got the report that some of the ghouls on watch just were killed last night or the night before,
Oh,
whatever
He
it was.
might have that report as well, yes.
I just wanted to clarify something because I was actually thinking about this, but you kind of went on with it. I wanted to see with sort of between the sheriff and Archie, since I long ago remember that Archie was inside the chantry, and that he might know something because it was through a laugh and what happened between him and the Primogen. So I would have probably seen with either Archie to either come with us, possibly, or because there's too many of us, to just sort of give us some information of what's actually in the chantry, because I at least haven't been in there properly.
You have been in there, totally.
Properly, but not in all the places where he might have been.
Archie was not at the Elysium. He was down in his swamp last night.
Ah, fucker. Never mind then, we go in.
Do you let the 4 vampires in who are seeking entrance? In front of the small army?
I asked them first, why is there a small army outside my chantry walls?
There's just... This window opens and a pair of suspicious eyes ask you a question. Kurt just looks back at them. Oh, who they are? This is a very important matter we've come to talk to you about, and there's something dangerous loose in the city. We need your help to destroy it.
Considering I'm at all specs of 4, can I recognize my eidetic memory? Can I recognize all the people there?
You wouldn't necessarily have seen every single ghoul the sheriff has,
Well,
but...
ghouls, I'm talking about the vampires.
Yeah, they're the hounds, generally speaking.
And
The mortals are generally sheriff's ghouls.
No, I'm talking about the 4 vampires seeking entrance.
Byron, Bobby, Halfdan, and Kurt. Yes, you know all of them.
Assumed as much. Halfdan and Kurt can enter.
Kurt just slowly shakes his head. This is for the good of the city. Are you really gonna screw us over on this? This is why you're here. To help with magic shit.
I'm not letting Byron in.
Looks at Byron. Looks... Really?
Yes.
Byron
What an asshole.
just looks at Bobby, looks at you, Bobby, just seriously, come the fuck on, really?
I'm not even sure why you're here.
Turns to go, this is just, oh. Or just goes back like,
we need to be in this together. It's an urgent matter.
Kurt leans forward and just, he doesn't even say it, he just mouths it.
I didn't hear you.
He says, he mouths with just his lips, only you can see. Demon.
Sure, enter all 4 of you.
You know, it doesn't help if you have an impregnable chantry if you open the fucking door.
The Trojan horse has entered.
Jackal roll aspects rating at 6. Okay. You're not getting backstabbed yet. Certainly a smidge. Yeah. No, you don't sense immediate danger. It's fine. Do you wish to bring anyone else with you in the meeting room?
Librarian.
Who?
The
The
librarian.
librarian.
Ah, librarian. Okay. Sure.
You can
We-
switch us to the other map.
We should. Do you have an appropriate meeting room on this monstrosity? For a larger group. Oh yes, we do. We have this place here. We'll use that. The librarian takes a seat to the right of the head of the table. Since you know she's the second ranking Tremere here, and the rest just sort of place themselves wherever. Bobby. Come on, place yourself properly. Demi, you see where that's going on, right? Good.
Yeah.
Draclor, what do you expect are your chances of dying here and now?
Not very likely.
He is master of this realm.
Or is he? I'm gonna need to spend a point of willpower for Bobby. What's your current willpower, Draclor?
7.
Okay. So he would be rolling at a 6. He wouldn't risk the roll. He would just be reading surface thoughts. Kurt turns towards you. So, the situation is rather simple. We have a demon infestation near the docks. It's gathering an army.
How did you, do we know what type of demon it is?
I do not, but it seems to manipulate and control people. I've had people I had thought securely tied to myself flip on a few occasions, and they call it the devil whore apparently, so that's a hint right there.
Can I roll intelligence occult on this?
It's very specific, it's gonna have to be a 9.
Yeah, I assumed as much. I still got something.
Generally, there's 2 options, and it doesn't clearly fit either of them from what little clues you have. Defiler or Devil. One are better at commanding people directly, the other are better at presency type stuff.
Also, why are the 2 X's there?
Those are old.
Yeah, assumed as much.
Old X's. Those.
The fury of the frenzy had soaked into the very walls here.
Well, I have a decent idea what it could be.
Halfdan might be able to share a little more with you. He has had encounters with this creature as well. Hence why we're here. This would be something you would naturally be good at.
Yes, it did seem to have the ability of something similar to dominate as well, but with the following that she has, potentially using that or something. So if that helps, Regent.
Doesn't really narrow it down. No. But again, I think I have a decent idea of what it could be. Have you
What would that
interacted
be?
with this thing before?
We have encountered her, but what were your ideas, Regent?
A devil or a defiler. They are like our clans.
I'm not entirely familiar with them. What's the difference? What is this?
Can you give me a rundown, Chris?
You don't know much. The devils are apparently the highest ranking, and they are beings of... As far as the fallen angel thing goes, they're the closest to pure energy. Defilers are more grounded, and apparently it ties together with emotion and apparently weather phenomenon. So a wide sphere, but more grounded in physical reality and further away from divine light
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll try to explain that to them. So, ring any bells?
Is there anything possibly tied to a stereotype of maybe of a personality, perhaps?
You wouldn't necessarily know. Most demons are complete and utter assholes. Raving maniacs in one form or another that you would have heard of. You wouldn't necessarily have heard a lot of the good ones because they're very rare, and they're very rare among demons, so they would keep their heads down generally if they had gotten out early and, well, like this one was doing, in fact.
Yeah. No, most of them are completely insane.
I go back to sort of thinking.
Kurt slowly pulls down the well, he probably would be still wearing the scarf, and he shows you the fang marks there. Apparently, it has the ability to control our kind for a short period.
I don't think I know the lore of the lores. Of
No. You
assumed
you
as
would
much.
have a vague idea what they're tied to, but you would know the functional, setup of their powers.
Yeah. Their demons are rare things, but yeah, I couldn't tell you any more of that other than that what you have found.
Well, Regent, given that this is a very problematic creature, we had hoped you might be able to devise something and deal with it in some way.
I know that they need a vessel.
Not directly, not based on that role, but based on the rumors in just folklore, it wouldn't be a completely, unfounded guess.
I mean, they need a vessel, and if we just in theory they need a vessel, and if we destroy that vessel, they would have to go to wherever they come from. But other than that, no, I wouldn't really know. I would need more time studying it in my books.
The sheriff half stands. Regent, here's the thing. You are probably the strongest willed of all of us. If it can do that to us, you have the best chance of taking it out. I don't think it's very good at direct confrontation, but we need someone who is able to resist its powers long enough to deliver the killing blow. It's wounded right now.
Oh, so that who fought it?
Uh,
I'm gonna look at Kurt and see if he's gonna react to that first.
How much perception empathy do you have, Jackalor? Total dice. I'm just gonna
6 dice.
6. And you have Auspex on, I assume. You're just gonna say that you notice Kurt, just for the tiniest second, just eyes flicker towards Halfdan.
So?
He sits back down. Let's say, complicated situation. Halfdan ran into the thing. He's the only one who's met it face to face. But she was able to fight him off.
Well, we should contact Vivian. She could. You could give her a description of the demon, and it does allow you to know.
We've already discussed
know where it
this
is.
with Vivian. We would be able to pinpoint it, but we need someone who has knowledge of these things and the willpower to actually face it. Because if a lot of us go in, it might just be able to turn half of us against the others, and then
Hell is let loose.
whereas if it was someone like you, Halfdan was able to fight it off. It just took him a little while. I'm sure you would be able to just withstand it long enough to finish the bitch.
Well done. I suppose it will be done.
Kurt stands up. I knew you would do the right thing. Listen. It will give you full credit for this. You're doing a solid for the city.
Can I roll perception empathy to tell if he's lying or not?
You can roll perception empathy on the whole situation.
Sadly, I wish I could. Well, what's the difficulty?
It's a contested roll, because Kurt has been trying to play you this whole time to some extent.
Yeah. And the aspects, so it's a 4.
It's a 4, yes.
Well, he's definitely up to something.
What's your specialty? If you don't have any.
I don't have one.
There's none.
Yeah. He's not lying about giving you credit per se, it's just that he's entirely focused on something else. And he is... Yeah, this wasn't necessarily an entirely honest encounter, this was more something that was planned.
I mean, it's a very dangerous thing. It's not very hard for me to guess that he probably wants me to die to it, because, honestly. But I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I?
You could say no, or you could demand a boon. It's not like it's the prince telling you to do this, it's just the prince's agent.
I would like a major boon, at least, if I'm going to do this. I'm risking my fucking hide here.
You went to Houston, I thought you would jump at the opportunity to show yourself as a upstanding member of the community. People would finally stop doubting you. But it's fine, we can try and handle the bitch ourselves, it just... He stands up. You know what, Halfdan? We can do this on our own. Someone dies, we're gonna make sure everyone knows it was you. He says, pointing a finger towards you. Come on, boys, we're leaving.
I'm just gonna sort of not actually say it, but almost even whisper. It's like, I even had a song for this. Just go, not really whisper, just like slowly say it, but just and then before I leave.
Risking my hide without any payment. Just.
But think of the status, Jackalor.
No. No.
I guess somebody doesn't want to be recognized.
Byron just sort of stays behind while everyone else leaves first. You're really not gonna do this?
No.
Why?
I have an unlife to protect. My own.
Wow. Everyone thinks you're so strong-willed. I guess they're wrong.
That's not actually out of the. That's part of it. I'm not very strong-willed at all, actually. But
Don't you have like a max of... Oh, you have a max of 8. Yeah, I thought it was 9. And everyone else probably assumes so too.
Yeah.
yeah.
To be honest, I legit thought the Jackal was at 10. I'm not gonna lie.
I spent my preview points elsewhere. I'm sorry.
When the
Kurt
feeling with the
just
has more willpower.
theatrically sighs. Well, I suppose we better let the city know it will have to do without the regent. Again.
Again.
I think at this point, Vivian, you hear a double ping through the Madness network. The regent's a coward.
Ooh,
God,
he
that was
didn't actually try and hunt down the demon. Wow. I am going to destroy his status tonight.
Do it! I was thinking the same thing, Epic. Let's do it!
Well, maybe not tonight, but, you know, soon. We have a meeting.
I could just feel the angst from Jack Lord's side. Oh, fuck, I didn't think this through.
I'm not gonna do it. There's no fucking way I'm doing it. I know it's gonna destroy
breaking. Tremere Regent doesn't help the city. More than 11.
That's like page 9 news. I mean, it's not really news. You would have to pay for them to put it in.
Just bystanders describe the situation as truly an asshole.
Alexandra just looks at you. Is there really nothing we could have done, Regent? They're not happy about what you said, I think.
I guess I should fucking do it then.
What's the worst that could happen?
You're in charge. I just saying they're gonna drag your name through the mud. You know, she starts to follow you and then, wait, do I really give a fuck about this dude enough to try and stop him? And she just stays in the room as you leave.
Wow, Jack is very good at sending mixed signals everywhere.
You know, if he then goes out and does it, he might be able to make all these four look like assholes for doubting him. And trying to, you know, blacken his name unjustly.
Do you really think that he can pull that off?
Not if Wooooo's helping, but against these four, yes. Maybe. Maybe. It would be a fucked on hard, but if there was a body that the other Auspex users could probe and sense the demonic energies, it might work.
Okay. If you think so.
Mostly because he's so high on fucking manipulation, honestly. His disciplines help. Well, not disciplines, but rolls.
We'll see.
I mean, there is the idea that killing a demon might make Vienna be a little more lenient.
In theory.
Alright. Well, good luck. I'm presuming that I get ping on the Badness network. Alright, try and locate the demon.
They just tell you that the regent is a coward. They're not looking for it just yet.
Ah, okay.
So as we, leave the chantry and whatnot, and I'm gonna get into a car where Le Sheriff is. I want to sort of talk to him, if possible.
I'm going after you right after you leave the room, so I'm pretty sure I'll get to you first before you even leave the chance.
Okay, then you
Okay.
probably catch them as they're heading out the front door.
Yeah, well, I theatrically wait for them to get a bit closer there, so within earshot of everyone else.
Okay, then you rush out after them as they're heading for the cars.
I have changed my mind. I will not abandon the city. Not after all it has done for me.
Bullshit.
Give me a manipulation performance at 8 because this is kind of unnatural looking given everything they know.
The city needs me.
I have 2 performance, bitch.
Look,
Are we rolling
man.
I mean-
perception, empathy maybe here or something?
Sure.
Because I mean, if it's using manipulation, I mean it's.
I'm spending willpower on this.
This feels a little unfair to be manipulation performance. Most people would have to roll charisma leadership. Damn it.
Holy shit!
He's trying to put on a show here, is the problem.
Sadly, the fitter wins. Wait a second. Perception, motives. Wait,
Manipulation.
no. Empathy is motives.
Well,
Well,
reasoned.
Yeah,
This
that
might be
wouldn't
special.
help. So you are tied. Because he spent willpower.
Oh, motives doesn't help. Cunt.
I
It
think.
does help. He said it's tied.
Yeah. So
Ah,
you are not convinced that he's honest. You just can't see right through it.
right. Okay. That's all I really need to know.
Okay, Bobby fails. Shit. You
Wayland
know.
is not the hero you want. He's the hero you need.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a small cheer from the stupid neonate hounds.
This feels so dumb. Why? Why does he get manipulation performance on this? Ugh.
I theatrically, I wanted to make it theatrically.
Yes,
did it.
it's literally trying to put on a show for the crowd as a problem. And he is trying to deliberately manipulate people's perception of him. As opposed to being actually likable. He's still a cunt. It's... Yeah, it...
Ugh.
Generally, the only
feels
thing
like
that...
such a thin thing to be saying, though.
I'm playing at
Ugh.
difficulty 8, hey man. It's the dice said so. I get to do this.
Yeah, I did raise the difficulty through the roof for him.
Sure, whatever.
The one thing that might have helped was if it, like, switching it to charisma would have helped.
I'm not switching it to charisma.
But yeah, it's... I think manipulation makes a little more sense. Given the fact that he's trying to deliberately tug on them as opposed to being genuinely likable.
That just
I'm-
makes me hate life.
I know, Jackal isn't supposed to succeed at things, but maybe the demon will kill him.
No, it makes me hate life because it makes me realize that that makes a nice loophole for manipulation performance for just about any social encounter.
He literally did the movie style rushing out after them thing. I find it hard to see how it would be anything but performance.
Maybe
He's
we have a different idea on what he's trying to do here. Okay.
He's literally trying to make an entrance into the scene just outside his chantry in a dramatic way. That has to be a performance thing. And the thing is that leadership and virtually anything would be equal or better dice pool, except if we switch to charisma, and that one really doesn't make sense. And honestly, it's...
Nope, I see what you're seeing it as. I was seeing it as something different. Okay.
Yeah. This isn't
I was
gonna
seeing
make
it as him bringing up the morale of the crowd as if he was a hero.
Oh, fuck no. No, this is like... I have changed my ways! I'm a good boy now! Believe in me! You know?
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at it
Yeah.
a different way then.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, he's not trying to lead them. He's trying to play this off as a redemption arc. You know, Kurt raised an eyebrow, then he steps forward, puts a hand on your shoulder and says, I knew you would come around. If you need a gun, I'll hook you up.
I don't need any weapon but my mind.
Just slaps you on the shoulder. There you go. That's the attitude.
No, dude, you should have been like, no, you should have been like, oh, they have a weapon, and you point at your mind.
Okay, well, good luck.
Okay, they get into the cars and drive off. About 2 minutes away from the chantry, Sheriff turns to you and says, you know, I really thought that wasn't gonna work.
I mean, he was still lying, but I don't know what's the purpose behind it. But I've known him for some while as well. He's a fuck. That was something else.
yeah, that is very well played off.
Yeah. So besides that, what do we do now? Do we just wait for him or what?
Fuck no, we have that Primogen meeting in like hour and change.
Oh, right. I kind of forgot about that with everything happening. Thanks for notifying me.
Well, I have everything I need for the meeting, so I can drop you by your place if you need to get ready or something.
Yeah, why not? I'll walk.
You know,
I'll walk
I
over
don't
there.
mind, I can take you there.
I
We're
mean,
going
sure.
the same way anyway.
Why not?
Okay, so, Jackalore,
By
what
the
do
way,
you...
Debbie, I've pulled your fucking ass out of the fire multiple fucking times.
Wait, where's my crocodile god?
He has abandoned you, you have lost his favor.
Oh, fuck.
Destiny point.
Yeah, I think I have to purge the city. It's the only thing that will appease him.
Kill everyone, start over! We've gone down the wrong way!
How
The city
rare,
must be cleansed.
how rare is for a Ventro to create an arc-free state?
I don't think they would take you with your history.
No, I would just create one here and invite them to enjoy the place.
No.
Well, before we do the Primogen meeting, we should take that slightly longer break.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fair.